Hey, what's up? Welcome back to my channel, guys. If you're new here, what's up? Hello, I'm Joe, and if you're a returning subscriber, thank you so much for coming back and trusting me to entertain you. Today's video is one that I'm very excited about because I love to review foundations. Like, that's probably one of my favorite videos to do along with hauls. I love reviewing foundations because I feel like foundation can literally like make or break your look. Like, it can literally change everything. I mean, if your foundation isn't good, if it doesn't go on well, if it doesn't wear well, then none of the rest of your makeup is going to. So it's like, we really depend on our foundations. You're gonna have to ignore my hair because I've literally not done anything to it since I woke up. But I'm gonna put this on just to get this out of my face for us to review this foundation. So the foundation I'm reviewing today is the Sephora's Best Skin Ever foundation. Now, I have seen this on YouTube multiple times from influencers that I really love that have said that it's literally become one of their holy grails. And I'm like, this is literally a very inexpensive foundation. It's like, I think $19, $20. It's not that expensive. Let me check, actually. Let me see. Let's see how expensive this makeup is. Yeah, so it's $20 and it comes in, I think, 50 shades. I mean, look at this. There is so many shades. And it's almost got a full 5 stars. It's about 4.25 stars on Sephora's website. Now, the claims on it is that it's a medium coverage natural finish foundation with a long wearing anti-pollution formula that hydrates skin for up to 12 hours and is infused with skincare benefits. Finish is natural. It says Best Skin Ever liquid foundation delivers a second skin effect and provides lasting hydration while covering imperfections. Its formula is clinically shown to reduce signs of stress and fatigue, and usage over time is proven to make skin smoother, more even, more radiant. The bottle is made from 30% recycled glass. So, recyclable glass, you guys. And it is a glass bottle. The top is plastic. But it's a very sleek packaging, especially for 20 bucks. And if the foundation is as great as everyone's claiming it to be, for the packaging to be cute and luxurious, and then the product also be well, I mean, I'm excited to see. So I'm not going to prep, prime, or anything my skin. I just want to see how this foundation wears throughout the day, how it applies, and I can't, if there's anything under my skin, I could just give credit to that because we really don't know what it is that made my foundation wear so well. So we're just going to wear it by itself and see how it does. So we're going to start off with the fact that I got shade 33 in, and on the website that looked like what I would be, but I also ordered it like when I was still pretty fresh out of the beach. So this looks like it might match on camera, but in person it could be a tad dark, but we're still going to work with it. So first I'm going to go in with a pump. It's a lot thicker. I put it on top of any makeup container I find. I just put my foundation on top of it. But anyways, it looks like it's not runny at all. I don't know why I thought Best Skin Ever. In my head I was thinking it'd be like skin-like. I don't know, but maybe it still will be. It's just very thick. It's not as thin as I was expecting, but we're gonna find out. So I'm gonna dip in with this Morphe Beauty Sponge. Oh, this actually matches me spot on, so that's awesome. I wasn't expecting that. It might be a tad too dark, but nothing we can't work with. So I'm looking, and just on application, just like first impressions, it looks so good on the skin. Like, once I apply it all, I will let you guys see an up close, and I'm going to do half my face just to kind of give you an idea. So that was one pump, did about half my face. I'm really loving the finish of it. As you can see, it's not super matte. It's got that pretty natural finish as it claimed. I'm going to go ahead and do my whole nose. But this is also my first time using this beauty sponge. I have never used the Morphe Beauty Sponge, and I do like it, but like, it's kind of stiff. This has like not a bad smell, but like kind of a strange smell. I don't really know what that is, but it smells like almost like medicine. I don't know. I wonder if that's beauty sponge or if it's the foundation, because like I said, I've never used this beauty sponge before. I literally damped it for the first time for this video. Okay, so first impressions, I'm loving how it applies. Like, you can see it has a very natural finish, which I like, because if I want it to be matte, I want it to be natural finish so it's not super drying. But if I want it to be mattified, I mean, you know, I just use a really good powder or even a primer underneath, but which I'm not going to do today, but you get the idea. But as you can see, I'll give you an up close look. You can still see some of my imperfections, but it definitely looks very skin-like. So this is without anything, and then with the foundation, it just really evened my complexion out, and I actually really, really love it so far. Okay, now for the other side of my face. Once I get a good full layer on there, I will make sure that I see if it's blendable. Ow, I just poked myself in the eye. I can't get over how this beauty blender sounds on the skin, or this beauty sponge sounds on the skin. Like, it really sounds like it's really beating my face, and maybe that's the whole point, you know? Isn't that the whole goal in these little makeup tutorials, is to beat your face? Okay, so here it is with the full layer of foundation. One full layer. If you guys can see, I love the finish. It is not drying at all. It feels good on the skin, and it looks very skin-like, and really even out my complexion. So far, so good. It does kind of have that same feeling, like I feel like my oils will probably break through pretty intensely at some point throughout the day, but because it's definitely natural leaning dewy on my skin. Not dewy, maybe luminous. Maybe dewy is too harsh of a word, but we're gonna see if it builds up. I'm gonna see if I can build it up just on like certain areas. I really like, if it were just like an everyday wear, I wouldn't build it up, because I actually love this type of coverage, this type of finish and everything. This is like my go-to type of foundations, which is why I gravitated towards it when people were describing it. But as you can see, let me get it in focus. Ooh. As you can see my freckles. I don't know why it's having such a hard time focusing. Come on now. You can see my freckles a little bit through here. It's probably because I keep putting my finger into frame. I mean, it actually looks really good on the skin. Oh my god. But we're going to see if it builds up, because it does say that it's buildable. So, yeah. It definitely built up. I still don't think you get like a full coverage out of it, but it does. Like, if you have areas that you want a little extra coverage, it will get you to that place. I don't see, if you're like a full coverage queen, I don't know that this would be something you would particularly enjoy. But you might. I mean, maybe you can slap it on and it gets to where you want it to be, but I love it so far. Love it. So now we are going to try to set it and see how the powder does on top of it. It looks pretty luminous right now, I'm not gonna lie. But we're gonna try to set it. We're gonna see what happens. I'm gonna use the Fenty Beauty Pro Filter Instant Retouch Setting Powder in the shade Butter. Not Butter, it's butter, but you know. So I'm just gonna take this brush. This is a Morphe R3 brush, and we're gonna first go in under our eyes and gently set that. Oh my god, I freaking love the way this powder smells. Oh my god, it's so satisfying. I'm not doing any concealer, which if you've been watching me lately, you know that I kind of have like steered away from concealers, just because I guess it's just with age, I really like the way my skin, when I look more like myself. Like, I feel like concealer can really get you to that full coverage place, whereas like I don't mind if I have like a pimple kind of show through, because then it still looks like my skin. But you get my drift. You catch my drift, maybe. Okay, so this side of my face has a very light layer of powder on it. And then this side of my face, as you can tell, is still very luminous, whereas not so much here. It's looking really pretty still. It's not clinging. The powder's not clinging in any spots. It still looks really, 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 really good. So I'm gonna go ahead and set the other side of my face, and then we'll take a look. Okay, I turned my ring light down just a tad, just so you guys can get a better look at my face. But this is it set with a light layer of that Fenty powder. I will have to say, so far, I'm still obsessed. I'm about to take I haven't looked in like an up-close mirror, but I wanted you guys to see before I looked and get your guys' own opinion before I started pointing out mine. Okay, so I'm gonna look in this mirror and just see if there's any spots that stand out to me. Honestly, guys, there's nothing. Like, it just looks, it looks good. It doesn't look, it's not settling in any spots. I do notice on my chin, it kind of, I don't know if you guys can see right in here, it kind of, I don't know. I really think my skin is starting to show age. I'm gonna set it a little more. I tried to do a very light layer of powder, but it looks like maybe it just wasn't set good enough. Let's see. Oh yeah, that helped. I think I just didn't touch it good with the powder. This eye still feels a little tacky, so we're gonna add a little bit of powder up top. It's not like a blurring foundation, but also it doesn't claim to be. My pores are still pretty noticeable through here. Where typically I would take the Charlotte Tilbury Smooth Finishing Powder and I can like, I brush it over like my T-zone, and like my pores are like blurred. My nose pores and all that is blurred. It just looks really good. So with any foundation, that's typically what I would do, but I'm not going to do that today just so we can see indefinitely how it wears. So I'm gonna go ahead and finish my makeup off camera, and the only reason I'm doing off camera is because I have a couple more reviews to do, so stay tuned for those. But yeah, I'll see you guys in just a second. Okay, now that I have a full face on, I want you guys to see a good up close look. My skin, and I have a lot of foundations that I absolutely love, but my skin has never looked better after completing a full face. Like, the way my skin looks right now is my all-time favorite that it's ever looked with any foundation. Just everything about it. I'm obsessed. It looks so smooth, so yummy. The way the products that I used applied on top of it was just so satisfying. It blended so beautifully. It didn't cling to dry patches. Using a setting spray on it just made it 10 times better. So I really hope this wears well. And the products that I use on my face, I did a review on a collection, and if I haven't already posted it, it's one of those things, I don't know what order I'll be posting things in, but if I haven't already posted it, then stay tuned. Make sure you are subscribed to my channel so that you can see the review that I did. It's literally, I have found my holy grail all-in-one palette. Holy grail. Obsessed. Like, I'm going to order more just to make sure I don't run out. Obsessed. But if I've already posted it, I will link it up above so you guys can check that out. But I'm gonna wear this for the rest of the day. I will be wearing it all the way through this evening, so I'll have a long wear test. It is currently, let's see on my phone, it is currently 11:54 in the morning, so I'm gonna wear this as long as I can until tonight. We'll get at least 8 to 9 hours wear test out of this foundation, and I will check back with you guys in just a bit. Okay, it is officially 8:44, so we are about 9 hours, almost a full 9 hours into wear time, and here is what we are looking like. I'm just saying, for 9 hours of wear time, I have sweat, I have ran outside, I have eaten chicken wings, not even chicken wings, chicken legs, but it was like with hot sauce or whatever. It was all over my mouth and I was having to kind of wipe it off. My nose has been running, and You can see just where the foundation has gone under here, but even though I was wiping my nose, it didn't disappear here or here. Up close, I'm gonna get my mirror. Oh, get back in focus. And we're gonna talk about it. My natural oils did break through, but I look just kind of like luminous. I don't really look dewy. I don't look super oily. I do have a little bit of shine, but it's like, I don't feel that it would, I would wear this. Like, I don't feel, I mean, we're 9 hours in, and typically I don't wear makeup that long anyways. But yeah, like on my cheeks, everything still looks good. Everything looks good everywhere. I expected that I would have a lot of makeup off around my mouth where I had been wiping it, or like I didn't really try to wipe. I was trying to like keep in mind that I was doing this wear test, and I just kind of dabbed off the makeup, and I don't see any makeup missing except for that little bit right there, and that's because I was literally using a tissue to wipe. So I was literally wiping the makeup off. But other than that, like, I definitely do have my oils like breaking through, but again, I was sweating. I was outside most of the day. It's 9 hours in. This, like, for me to be as luminous as I am at the moment, this is like amazing that it hasn't broke apart or worn off in any spots. I am going to do one more thing for you guys. I'm going to see how it looks. Number one, if I touch myself, how bad it transfers with the oils breaking through. And number two, if me touching it up with a powder, if it starts breaking apart, or if that like kind of does the trick and refreshes me. So I will say that is, even with this breakthrough oil, I think that had I used like a mattifying primer and then used more powder, because I did a very light layer of powder on my face, had I used more, I could probably control this even more. But I'm going to press my fingers on there. And yeah, so there's no like foundation transfer. My oils are on my fingers, but no like color. See if I can get it in focus. Like literally, there's no foundation. Let me wipe it on something white. Literally. I'm literally wiping it on this packaging. And there's no like color, it's just shine. So that's pretty cool. That like, I'm big on like seeing if like, if I press up against somebody, if my makeup's gonna be like on their face. That's so weird to me. But no, there's like no foundation transfer. So I'm going to take my powder brush and just take a very light layer of that Fenty powder that I used and just kind of barely dust it over like my T-zone to try to bring some of that shine down and make it look a little more refreshed. Because typically with a good foundation, you can run powder, like a light layer of powder, like a translucent powder over it, and that will bring the shine, that will control the shine. But if you don't have a good foundation underneath, adding the powder on top of the shine can sometimes break apart the foundation. So just from a distance, it looks very refreshed. I look much better, even just taking away that little bit of shine that I had. I look like I actually just did my face, but let's look at it up close and see if it broke apart. Not at all. My makeup literally looks like it did when I applied it. I don't have any settling in my smile lines or anywhere. I was doing this a lot today because the sun was in my eyes and I didn't want to wear glasses to wear it off for the wear test. And there's no settling at all. I want you guys to see up close after I added that powder. Look how good my skin looks. We're 9 hours in and I just touched it up with a tad bit of powder. Are we joking? This foundation, best skin ever, is my go-to foundation now. I have a drawer full of foundations. Like there's 60 plus foundations in there. This is my go-to. The Urban Decay Stay Naked was like my all-time go-to, and I loved it because it did wear well. You didn't really get oily throughout the day, and it didn't settle. And it was a medium coverage. This, I feel like my skin looks amazing, like genuinely amazing. And we're 9 hours in, and all it took was a little bit of powder, and I look completely refreshed. Like, my skin looks just like it did when I first applied it. Like, I'm not even lying. So 10 out of 10 recommend this. You don't even have to wait for a sale. This is literally 20 bucks. I mean, chef's kiss. But that is it for today's video, you guys. I hope you guys enjoyed it. I love being able to give you guys a great foundation review because, again, I really think the foundation sets your foundation for your entire makeup look. It genuinely does. It doesn't matter how good the products after that are. If your foundation sucks, like, all your makeup sucks. And I'm just really obsessed. Not only with how this wore all day and how it looks, but the fact that I was able to touch it up and refresh it and make it look as fresh and new as it does now after 9 hours of wear. It was that easy. So I'm obsessed. I'm obsessed. Anyways, I love you guys. Please don't forget to give this video a thumbs up and subscribe to the channel if you haven't already. And I'll catch you on the next one. Bye, guys.